300,000 Israeli reserve soldiers from around the world are called up for military service to defend Israel. Citizens of the country are uniting, and as the Jerusalem Post writes, an unknown person paid for 250 tickets for the Israeli military at the New York airport. An El Al airline operated a flight on Shabbat for the first time since 1982.
I just read an account by an El Al crew member. An Orthodox Jewish man who preferred to remain anonymous stood quietly near the El Al counter at New York's JFK airport yesterday. Anyone who showed him an IDF co-op notice got his ticket paid for. He paid for 250 tickets. Avi Meyer, editor-in-chief of the Jerusalem Post, on social network X.
Thousands of Israelis are flying to defend their homeland. Among them is a paratrooper Noel Leib, who lives in the United States. He told his story in an interview with the American publication ABC7 New York.
It wasn't called before I booked my ticket, but as things escalated, my friends started to go back to the army, so I knew we were going to get a train up north to where my family lives, give my grandpa a kiss, my mom and dad a kiss, grabbed my gear, and the first thing the next morning, I was back on base with my other fellow reservists.
Meanwhile, Israel is gathering reservists. The Prime Minister of the state and the head of the opposition party have formed an emergency government. The main task was stated as victory over the radical Islamist movement. It is also noted that the emergency government will not make any decisions not related to military action.
Citizens of Israel, tonight we have formed an emergency government. The people of Israel are united, and today their leadership is also united. We have put aside our differences because the fate of our country is at stake. All Hamas members can now consider themselves dead. The fact that we stand here together side by side is the best message to our enemies and to all the citizens of Israel. We will wipe Hamas off the face of the earth.
In addition to mutual shelling between Israel and the Gaza Strip, where Hamas operates, neighboring Syria is also reported to have struck Israeli territory. In turn, Israel attacks Lebanon, from where anti-tank missiles are flying, and strengthens the border with it. Another Islamist organization, Hezbollah, supported by Iran, is also present in Lebanon. Its representatives, as the Times of Israel writes, said they were ready to join the war against Israel.
Part of the Hamas leadership is located in Beirut. This is a very important factor. Hamas is trying to convince Hezbollah to join the war against Israel. There is the possibility of expanding the front around Israel to include groups within Iran's orbit. We are talking about Syria and Lebanon. Igor Ostash, plenipotentiary ambassador of Ukraine to Lebanon.
Amid the military actions of the Hamas group against Israel, rallies are being held. They took place in particular in Germany and France in order to prevent mass unrest in the country. French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin introduced a ban on pro-Palestinian rallies. Also neighboring Germany, Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced a ban on Hamas activities in the state. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Mykita Skoblikov, UATV News.